Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? Okay, so as you can see, we're playing something different. Not different for me, but something different that I haven't actually streamed in a long time, or this will actually be my very first time recording it. We're doing Total War 3 Kingdoms. I used to play this game so much. Now, I wouldn't call myself a pro at this game by any means necessary, but I really enjoy it. I like the concept behind it. I really enjoy the culture and the history that it brings to the game, or that the game brings to life, I should say. But yeah, anyways, so we're gonna be playing a modded playthrough series, a light modded playthrough. Let me rephrase that. It's lightly modded. There's only 2 mods that change the actual mechanics of the game. The rest of them are all aesthetic mods. Basically, mods that change the look of characters, the way their AI looks, stuff like that. None of the stats have been changed. None of their skills have been changed. None of their levels have been changed. It is, I'd say, about 99% of the mods are all aesthetic mods, accessory mods, things like that. There is one bug fix mod, the one that changes the Quan sisters' ages because, yeah, they got it wrong. So that one's in there as well. So it is a very lightly modded. There's probably like 8 mods total. You'll notice a couple of them right away. But anyways, we're going to jump right into it here. So I'm a huge, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are,
Be watchful.
Liu Bei.
Fate's gifts.
Liu Bei sees chaos in the face of Dong Zhuo, and will not rest until the tyrant's corruption is uprooted and the Han dynasty restored.
So, yeah. So Liu Bei is by far my favorite character to play as. Right away, you can see character mods. You notice right away that there's a slightly different character right here. If you look here, new character. Character.
Not prediction, is the wisest. Remain flexible to react with agency. The mightiest tree.
Loyalty lies in hearts.
They're all
not
changed.
in government. China is people. When drawing a bow, order will spread throughout.
Even as
I will not shirk from employing
Lu Bu's daughter, right there.
greater good.
But yeah,
Dong Zhuo burns with the fire of past indignities, an inferno of vengeance that scours his enemies, traitors as he sees them, to his just cause.
I should probably turn that off. But yeah, his daughter is just as deadly as him. She actually is probably one of the 1% that got changed outside of aesthetics. She is just as deadly as her dad. Yeah. So you have to be careful because, yeah, you run into Lu Bu from time to time, but it catches you off guard when you run into his daughter and him in the same party, if it happens, because it's complete random. I mean, she could get married off, she could get kicked out of the faction, all different kinds of things could happen. She could not even be born. Like, sometimes if you start early at the 182 era, she may not even be born. But yeah, anyways. So, I'm just going to jump into it. This is most likely going to be a Liu Bei campaign. I'm not entirely sure what difficulty I want to play it on. I know a lot of people out there probably by now can play on like ultra mastered god mode difficulties, whatever the heck it was called. I forget what it's called. But we're not going to do that. No. We're most likely going to play on probably like hard mode or something. Or maybe very hard, which I believe is just under the hardest mode. So maybe hard mode just to get started off, get our feet wet. I may have to play a little bit in the background behind the scenes on just to relearn like the builds for the towns or the districts and stuff like that. So, but we have all the DLCs except for the 8 princes because let's be honest, That's probably their worst DLC. In my opinion, it's their worst DLC. I didn't even bother getting it. It was that bad in my opinion. But yeah, alright, so we're just going to jump into it with Liu Bei.
Humility keeps one honest.
Liu Bei sees chaos in the face of Dong Zhuo, and will not rest until the tyrant's corruption is uprooted and the Han dynasty restored.
Alright, so with Liu Bei, his faction specialty is unity. Basically, brotherhood in arms type thing, if you're not familiar with what unity is. He likes to build relationships with his generals. The closer he is, the better. Increases prestige, unlock administrative positions when you increase your unity. Increases general satisfaction with more unity. And satisfaction can be managed with unity. I had to double read that in my head real quick. This one, I think there's a mission you can send your generals on to increase. I think it's like plus 20 or something like that. I don't remember. His special units are the Yi Archers. They're from out west further, closer to this part of China. Because that's originally where the Shu Kingdom eventually rose to power and prominence. The Shu Han Collection is the special one. It's cheaper, provides a little bit more money. Unification allows you to unify or basically bring other lords and force them to unify with you early in the game instead of later in the game. Okay, yeah, this annexing, it allows Liu Bei to annex a Han territory and directly bring it under his control without any fighting at all, and it just costs unity points. So that's his special thing. You have his two sworn brothers, Guan Yu and Zheng Fei, and then I forget, I am by no means, let me get this out now, I am by no means a book nerd of the history of most of these guys, and I will slaughter a lot of names. So be prepared. He, I believe, was somebody who joined up later on after. I can't remember exactly he becomes really good friends with Liu Bei, and joins him up shortly after the Yellow Turban Rebellion, I believe, or it was just before, just towards the end of it, or just after. I don't remember, but that's who he is. So he's another one of your generals. He's been slightly changed with the mod. He has a new look. He has his own special legendary weapon. He's a sentinel, all 9 yards. He actually is a normal character that's usually there, but he's been slightly changed to make him more, because he was important, but he was kind of more behind the scenes important. But anyways, I'm going to show the map real quick. So with Liu Bei, you start with no territory up here. You've got Kongrong to the east of you. You got Taoquan to the south of you, and then you have Hongshui, I believe that's how it's pronounced, probably not, just to the northwest of you, and he is your enemy. And then eventually, if I remember correctly, there are two types of situations that can happen here. Situation A, you push south after a certain event happens, and you deal with Cao Cao, and you end up fighting a war with Cao. Kind of always at war with Cao Cao, for being honest. The other situation is you completely ignore Cao Cao, don't allow the situation to happen with Xiao Quan, and you push north, and you end up dealing with Yuan Shu. And this whole tomfoolery up north of the river, it is, let's just say, in my personal opinion, he's more deadly. Because in this mod, he has a general that in a lot of ways makes Guan Yu look like a toy. He hurts. So yeah. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Special traits, humidity, fertility, or frickin' English. Basically, it gives you more resolve. And it's his friendship thing that revolves around his unity and kind. You get a plus 100 to faction support, minus 50% upkeep to militia infantry, and all militia infantry recruits have +3 to their starting rank right away at the beginning of the game. So these two mean militia troops are cheap and you can pump out a lot of them very quickly. But anyways, we're going to jump right into it and get started.
Embers rise, stark against the night. The tyrant Dong Zhuo wields the flames of destruction. Luoyang burns, chaos ignites, as the power of the eunuchs is crushed. In the pyre, the Han falters. Yet the light of the dynasty still simmers in the hearts of its last descendants. Liu Bei swore an oath with his brothers. They pledged their lives. They will defend the Han. Nobody else can. Luoyang lies in ruin, my lord.
This tyranny is barbaric. What of the people?
Dong Zhuo has fled west to Chang'an, with the young Emperor Xian his captive.
He holds my nephew at sword point.
The coalition delays and wastes time. You are poised, ready to strike now.
But yellow turbans and bandits still persist. There must be justice. The people deserve peace.
Your sworn brothers are ready to fight. Their oaths were bound long ago. Dong Zhuo's treason must face justice. We are arrows on the wind, my lord. We fly wherever you command.
Oops. Not gonna pay attention when I just clicked it off. Okay, anyways. Adjust my mic here real quick. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's turn that off. Make your way past the yellow turbans, find a powerhouse to build your strength, and protect Kongrong and Tiaoquan. Okay, so those are our two main objectives right now. Liu Bei and his brothers face the yellow turban squad. So this guy down here. Oop, hello. Alright, so let's see here. So there's a few things, if I remember correctly. We have to take care of a few things here real quick. Before we do anything, before we attack, before we move, it's always important to make sure that you got everything in order. You go see what items you got. Nah, not really useful to us at the moment. That's somewhat useful, but for the most part, it's pretty generic stuff we just got. Establish your power and mission. Okay, so that's done. As you can see here, let me show you this real quick. You notice the skin, the portrait. He's has a unique look now.
For reunification.
Sorry about that. All right, so first and foremost, you want to go through, check to see if you have any antiquities you want to give any followers. Definitely going to give this merchant to him. That way, when we get the other piece to it, we can get the Monopoly set, which is really useful. Early game for that little extra cash for trade influence. So we'll want that.
You have need of
We're probably going to give... We're going to give the pig, the stone pig, to Guan Yu. Because he needs a little extra strength right now. And we'll give the water clock to Zhang Fei. We're going to give the water clock to Zhang Fei. No, I don't want to take that off. And we're going to give the stone pig to Guan Yu. Okay, so there we go. Because Zhang Fei already had Zhang Fei. It's one of the two. I'm saying it correct in one and wrong in the other. Alright, so there we go. We got that going. He already has really good melee as it is. So he's going to hit like a truck. Really, his strength even more so because he is a cavalry general, is charging. You don't want him getting locked down in a fight or pinned down in a fight. You want to keep him moving constantly, him and his unit. We are playing in legendary mode, which means generals are overpowered as heck. So yeah, that's a thing. Next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna click on appoint commanding general, because champions are really good at being generals because they get the increased movement range with reach, 25% campaign movement range. So it's extremely useful to get your armies around the map as quickly as possible, especially if you're not using the whole recall trick. I wouldn't call it. It's not a glitch or a cheat. It's more of a trick. You're recalling your army and then resummon them somewhere else. So you kind of, instead of spending 3 to 10 turns traveling somewhere, you're spending 2 to 3 turns by recalling them and just summoning them directly on top. You just have to do the whole. They have to rebuild their forces, which usually takes a couple of turns, depending on how far you're in the game. If you're really far in the game, it's like instant. They get like 70% of their infantry back really quick. But anyways, we can't do anything trade-wise right now. Diplomacy. He's not going to want to do anything with us because we can trade with him, but he doesn't want to do a trade agreement with us yet because we don't have anything to trade. So we can't do that just yet. But before we end this turn, remember, we can. I remember how that works. You can click on quick deal. You can see anybody who wants to have peace with you. Right now, Yellow Turbans and Dongshuo don't want peace. Not aggression pack. We could currently 13 and still rising, so we're not going to do the non-aggression pack yet. I mean, I could try to milk them now. Negotiate a deal. He's only going to do 0.4. Yeah, we're not going to milk him now. We wouldn't get anything out of him. All right, military access. Maybe at the moment. We got to get our friendship with him up. And propose unification. He's not quite ready. All right, so. And even if they are technically ready, like they're like at 0, sometimes they'll still say no. All right, so let's just get into this because we really need to start getting moving. I'm going to try my hardest to actually do every single I gotta stop hitting that. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try my darnest to try to do every single fight we can, but eventually it's gonna get to the point to where if it's
as unyielding as
the balance of power right now, as you can see, like we're gonna win this fight, but we can walk out of this fight without losing technically any troops. So yeah, so let's just get into this. See, yeah, low losses. Now the game's version of low losses and our version are 2 different things. Also, I am playing on unit count high, not ultra or extreme. You'd be surprised the difference in frame rate and processing power it is just by moving up 1. Like I can play it easy. I just don't feel like streaming it and playing it at the same time, or recording it and playing it at the same time on that. Those are some big settings. I may try to do a little bit of it, but we're gonna start this battle now. Okay, so move camera, move. There we go. That took a while. Let's see here. Now, we technically could capture him and get a little bit more money out of this, but I think for this first fight, we're just going to put him up in a duel with Guan Yu. So we're going to have Guan Yu go here, and we're going to have Jing Fei go over here into the woods. Okay. Then we're going to have Yubei over here. Now, obviously, there are keys you can hit to grab these and move them around a little bit more effectively, but I don't remember what they are. I haven't played in a long time. Okay, and then we're going to get these guys together to one unit. I think it was control. There we go. Control 1. Kind of relearning the game, technically. Actually, these guys are supposed to be with... Yeah, you guys are supposed to be with... Because they're saber cavalry, so they're all about the... I don't remember how to get him out of that queue. Anyways. Alright, so let's just start. That's good enough. We're going to have him run this way. Actually, we're going to have him go here. Straight up. Have him come across this way. Have these guys... We're going to have him run that way. Now, as soon as this triggers, they'll run towards each other. We're just trying to get some distance.
I will defeat you.
And boom! Guan Yu knocked him off. Right. Use the skill so they take no damage from arrows for a few seconds. Alright, charge. Charge these archers from behind.
I will cut out your heart.
Use Guan Yu's skill so he does more damage. They're backing off to try to stop me from taking out their archers. Alright. Alright, charge them. We're gonna have him go straight for these swords. Alright, go, go, go. Get out of there, get out of there. We don't want to get caught up in a fight with those pikemen. Alright. Guan Yu took out the general.
We have killed an enemy general.
Alright, sweet. That's going to kill their morale, like, a lot. Alright, we're going to charge these archers. Nope. Get on your horse. Get on your horse. Alright, sweet. Those archers are running. We're going to charge these swordsmen with the cavalry. He's still playing with this cavalry over here, just slowly picking them down. Charge with Guan Yu on these guys as well. Obviously, saber cavalry aren't going to do a ton of damage, but that's okay.
Yes, yes, good.
Alright, he is done with that group up there, so we're going to head down here now. Alright, get out of there before he sees, before they get into it. We do not want too many casualties.
The enemy unit flees. What?
Alright, they're fleeing because our morale's low. We're going to have Liu Bei attack. Alright, there we go, and we won. We're going to let this fight continue out. I'm going to do it in a little bit. We're going to fast forward it just a little bit here so the generals can get some kills, a little bit of XP in. Let's just have him finish off the last of those guys. And we'll let them finishing these guys off, chasing the enemy down. We don't want any of them getting away. It's a Yellow Turbans get for starting this rebellion in the first place. Technically, the rebellion was over by this point, but well, that unit's almost at full. No, they just have a ton of archers. All right. They're just about finishing up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good enough for me. Let's claim victory. All right. And that is the very first fight. Easy. Obviously, this fight doesn't really change a whole lot. We lost a little bit. We lost 71. No, how many did we lose? We lost 2. We lost 2, because I think some of our cavalry got taken out. Yeah, we lost 1 from each group. You can see down here we lost 1 cavalry from each of these when we charged those, the farmers, I guess is what you can refer to them as. All right. Bomb, bomb. And he is done for. Yeah, we lost 2.
Favors pure hearts.
So we got a little bit of money. We captured plenty of units. We don't need to take the units because we didn't lose enough for it to count really that badly. So we're going to take more money and more unity because we don't need the supplies. We don't need the replenishment. So we'll take the money and unity.
Our brave foes.
And that unit is dead. All right. That mission is complete. All right, so next we need to take the Dong iron mines. So now we need to go for the iron mines right here. So we're just going to jump straight into it and go for it. All right, so this is slightly more. We still have a superior forces with a decisive victory with low casualties. Now, low casualties, let's just get this out there real quick, doesn't mean below 100 every time or even below 50 every time. I've had low casualties be like 200, which isn't a lot, but can make a difference depending on if you have a big fight coming up within like another turn or two and you're trying to establish a stronghold real quick before the fight happens. Especially early game, if you have really low replenishment rates, or if it's in territory you have really low replenishment rates at, it's going to take longer to get your troop count up, so every troop counts. Every soldier counts. Every general counts. So, what we're going to do here, we're obviously going to do this manually. We're not going to delegate it, because I can win this fight. If we play it right, if I do this right, we can win this fight pretty easily. So, we're going to do... We'll just start it. We're going to do a... Iron mines are the same no matter where they are on the map, for the most part, unless you're all the way in the south, like the southwest corner of the map in the Namon territory that was recently added.
As I look at what has befallen my country, I believe it is time I took up arms against those that wound her. Behold me, enemies of China, for in me you will face an unstoppable foe. You face Guan Yu, God of War. You face your doom.
Guan Yu, not Gwen. Not Gwen Yu. It's Guan Yu. I'm almost positive it's Guan Yu. I'm thinking now I'm saying it incorrectly. It's Guan Yu. Not Gwen Yu. Yeah. Guan. Maybe I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. It's either Gwen Yu, number 1, or Guan Yu. Gwen or Guan? 1 or 2? You guys have to let me know which one it is. Because I might be doing it wrong. Anyways. So we're going to do an ambush style or a sneak attack. So for the sneak attack, what I like to do is we're going to take this cavalry. We're going to put them here. We're going to take this cavalry. We're going to put them there. Okay, and then we're going to take our generals. We're going to put all of our generals over there for a minute. And then we're going to take our archers. Put them right here in the woods. And then our cavalry, or our Spearman there. Swordsman's there. More spears there. Everybody is hidden soldier-wise. Perfect. Alright, then we're going to go over here to where our generals are at. Okay. We're going to grab all of them, and we're going to stick them right here. There we go. Alright, so this way, every single unit is hidden. So it's a surprise attack, which means they have no idea we're out here. They won't be positioned, hopefully, positioned at any of the gates. From the looks of it, it looks like from what spawned in just now, we're good. So what we're going to do, we're going to charge straight up and take this first gate here with all three of our generals. We'll charge these two gates with them. Use our archer arrow reflection skill on Blue Bay. Because if you notice, watch the arrow shoot. You notice how they're shooting a lot of arrows? Yeah, I have one of the mods I have. It's an aesthetic mod, or I guess you could say in a way it is a boosted mod. It makes towers more deadly. It makes garrisons more deadly. Okay. Alright, we're going to rush down here and try to help them out. Because they'll still shoot at those units there. Alright, that tower is ours. We don't need to help them with that one. They'll be fine. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to come down here. I want two of you. Can I grab two of you, please? Thank you. Alright, bring all of our archers up, and they're going to start rushing this way. And we'll place them right here. Alright, and while we're waiting on them to get themselves set up, we're going to send our generals this way. Cavalry. Move our cavalry up. Alright, our cavalry made those. That's the captain unit that's right there. We need to get up there. Get up there. Okay. Our saber cavalries are soaking some of that damage. Alright, we're going to keep moving, keep charging. Don't stay in one spot for too long. Use the skills. We need to take out this captain unit as quickly as possible. Alright. See if we can go this way. Charge these archers. Keep our generals moving. Alright, those archers are moving down. Charge them with this cavalry unit. Alright, we're going to charge these archers with those saber cavalries. Boom. Awesome. Charge these guys. Send them back. Turn around.
Just like that.
Alright, move up, move up. Awesome. Charge the cavalry with our generals. Alright, we'll move these cavalry up. Our archers are moving up now, attacking the fleeing archers. Alright, we're gonna attack these guys. Attack these guys. Okay. Cavalry attack these fleeing guys. Do more damage. Wipe them out. Move up. Attack these fleeing guys. Generals. And we won. Cavalry. Alright, cool. We'll have our cavalry chase down their cavalry. Get some more XP. Have our generals pick those guys off. Try to eat up all that extra XP right there. Whatever we can get. There's not very many of them left. Yeah. We'll end. And that's how I do it. Get a lot of kills in. And with very little losses to your troops. We lost 5, 6. We lost 6 troops that entire fight. That's the power of legendary mode. You let your generals do most of the work. You don't want your generals doing too much work, because if you let your generals get too low on health, they're going to be a little bit harder to heal up. But yeah, take a little bit longer, because if they're the backbone of your strategy, if you go into a fight with them already weak, you're going to lose them. And if they go into a fight already wounded and you end up losing that fight, they could potentially either die, get executed and captured, or defect. I've actually had an instance where Guan Yu defected. Didn't think it was possible, but once the game starts, after the first, 15 to 20, 25 turns, history is out the window. The game could go any direction. You can have a no-name lord as one of the 3 major superpowers. It happens. Alright. And Iron Mine is ours. We lost 10.
Is unnatural and will
Huh.
always fail.
Oh, we lost some to some towers. That's probably when our cavalry were rushing the towers. We probably lost a couple of cavalry to it. But yeah, so you can go with Occupy, Loot and Occupy, or Sack and Withdraw. Well, we want this, so we're going to Occupy.
Only by growth will the word be
Alright, mission successful. Support the people. Took the Dong Iron Mines. Establishing order. Liu Bei got some XP. Rank and station. Yep, more XP for Liu Bei. Mission issued. A rally cry. I said Kwai. Draws more to his cause. We need to recruit 17 units total. We have 15 now. Awesome. So we got a warrior reinforced leather is what we just got. Okay. One of our guys ranked up. And that was Liu Bei. Okay. So this is the interesting part. I kind of go mix and match depending on what I decide to use him for. You can obviously do the more damage and +5 to faction support, which in the end it really depends on if you want if you want this or this. That's really what it comes down to. If you want this or this, I actually prefer this. So because you're level 3, so you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or something like that. I normally skip these 2. And then I'll usually grab this, I'll grab this, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I don't grab these ones up here. Yeah, so basically the whole forest and ambush thing. I usually skip these, well technically these 4. And I get these 2 rows here. That's what I like to do. Because, I mean, having the flexibility is very important. And then, this one allows your units to move quicker, ignores... This already, when you use this buff, ignores the forest penalties. So having that's kind of like, meh. This makes it permanent. This just is a buff. Actually, it's permanent as well, as long as you learn it and they're within range. This, they don't have to be in range of you. They can do it at any time. And then fire arrows and night attack. This is only important if you plan on not having a strategist with him. If it is, then yeah, I honestly don't think that's important. So you could pick that up, or you could pick this or this up as well if you wanted to. This is really useful because you really don't want him getting attacked by stuff. But, so technically, I'm just going to go with, yeah, we'll just go with this. I'm going to go with my normal thing because it's simpler. It's what I know. It's what I remember. Anyways, so there we go. That's done. We could spend the 3k and do this now, but we're not going to. But, alright, so now the thing we were holding off on this entire time. Diplomacy. We now have the opportunity to trade. Yay! Now, obviously, he wants nothing. It's 0. So we couldn't even get any money off, like, we couldn't even ask for money. Nope, not happening. But he should be willing. Non-aggression. No, see. Yeah, even non-aggression, he's still kind of like, eh. Yeah, it's still low. So, yeah, we'll just take the trade agreement from him.
Good to see you.
It's +10, so he'll probably be willing to pay us for a non-aggression pack later. So right now it's just a free trade agreement, but we're getting 380 extra, so we'll be way over the 500 per turn marker. And he normally only ever has 1 trade partner. I think very rarely I've ever seen him have 2 trade partners. He usually only, unless his faction survives and you don't do a certain thing later. Yeah. So that's that. Okay, so we're not going to do this. Yeah, we're not going to do it this turn because we're going to give him time for that 13 to get closer to that 28, because then he'll be willing to pay us for a non-aggression pack. We don't do military access unless we're already doing a non-aggression pack with him, because that's, yeah, you just don't do that. We're not going to rank this up. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into units. We have 611 currency that we can play with. So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of this G militia here. It is a militia, so it is free. So we could...
Greetings,
oh, I have to do it on the next turn.
My lord,
okay, yeah, we'll wait for the next turn then. Oh, wait, do I have to do it on the next turn?
You have Gwenier's polearm, my lord.
Yeah, I have to do it on the next turn. So we're just going to go to the next turn then, because we have nothing else we can do. So it looks like he moved his army. He's starting his army down here. Yeah, if you look up here, you notice all the unique faces. Very, very few of them look the same. Unless they're Naman. Okay, so character development. We have 4 people we can choose from. So we have a champion level 4. Most likely not gonna take him. Let's see. Local hero plus 15 stats. Yeah, probably not worth it. He's got good resolve, so that's always good. I don't plan on marrying you, so we don't have to worry about that corruption trait. He's willing to spy, so that's nice. He could be a potential person to use as a spy. Minus... Ooh. Yeah. not really that great. He's 35, so he's not that old. He's also not that young. But yeah. Alright, this one is also a level 4. He's a farmer. That's good, I guess. I mean, it's good in the sense he's got good resolve, which is always good. Because it's population growth. But he doesn't have any skills that help him as a farmer. Well, other than maybe this. Well, technically you would want him to start down here. So you could pick up these 2 skills, or even this skill as well, so you could get his resolve up even higher, and he'd have the +5 population. He would be a good administrator, a good for a farming district, if he was just a little better set up. And since he's pre-leveled, and majority of his skills are on the wrong side, so yeah, not really worth it. We have an outsider. 35 years old. He's willing to spy. He's got the handsome, coward, which is meh. No desire for independence, which is always good. Increased desire for independence, so he basically counters it. Again, level 4, so he's already going to be hard to please. Don't really need another one right now. And then we have a lookout female. Looks like she's from out west. From a Chow's clan. As you can see, these are unique, so a lot of the early characters, they take on the features of the clans that they start or come from. She's a sentinel, but she's already pushing 40. She's not a spy because she's willing to spy. She's a lookout, so she's +15 and 5. Let's check skills. Increase independence as an administrator. She's a little old for a first wife. Honestly, I don't think I'd want to take her just because she's a sentinel on the wife part anyways. She's health. She's got okay traits. And she's in the right, but she's level 4. I don't want somebody that high this early. I wouldn't be able to keep them happy for long. I'm going to have to bow out on these ones. Yeah, we're going to have to bow out. Alright, so now that we can actually do this, we're going to go to recruit. We're going to get rid of the militia in his group, and we're going to swap them out for... He already has 2 units of Sable Cav. I honestly think I'm just going to... These guys are... How much are these guys? 42 a turn. I'm actually going to get rid of these Yen Marksmen. The Yi Marksmen. Sorry, Yi Marksmen. We're going to get rid of the Yi Marksman completely. Yes. And we're going to get rid of these guys too. So he's just complete Saber Cavalry. So his job is to obstruct. His entire job and his unit's job is to obstruct the archers. That's all they're going to be for. That gives us more money to play with getting rid of those archers anyways. Okay. 16, 60, and 60. Alright, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to keep these 2. We're going to go here. We're actually going to give him 2 medium spears. So he's going to have 2 frontal tanks, 2 side, and then 2 archers. And then we're going to go here and swap this unit out for the light halberd cavalry. We're going to swap this guy as well out for lights. Do we want to put another one? Ooh, it's going to cost us an extra 200 turn for that. I think 1 for now is good enough. Then we're going to get rid of this unit completely. I'm going to get rid of all those extra units. Yeah. Okay, so that gives us 500 to play with then if we do that. Okay. Well, if we have 500 to play with, then I'm just going to give you a second one. Yeah. Awesome. So he is our charging infantry. He is in charge of, so basically ambush charging or cavalry, disrupting the archers, and our main unit, which is basically going to take the brunt of the attack. Eventually, we'll probably swap Liu Bei out for a commander or sorry, for a strategist. So we can swap these archers out for more medium or eventually heavy. So we can have 4 heavy and then 2 side defenses. And then the strategist can be teamed up with Guan Yu while Jing Fei goes out and plays tag your it with all the units. Cool. Sounds like a plan. Sorry about that. So I think that's going to be our setup for now, for the beginning. Let's see here. Diplomacy. Is there anything new? Kongrong is now officially on the map. Non-aggression. We could probably wait another turn for him. We have +3 now with Tiao Quan. So we can actually get possibly, let's do this and this. Okay. So 3 is what we can get. So let's see how high we can go with 3 before it starts jumping too fast. 5, 6, 7. 1.5. Okay, now it's starting to jump. Yeah, it started jumping at about 1.7. Because then it does a big jump to 1.9 and then to 2.3. So I'd probably say 1.9. Okay. And then over time payment, we could probably, could we drop that down just a tad bit? We'd only get 17. Okay. So for a one-time payment, we would get 892. All right. Oh, wrong one. We don't want to give you money. We want your money. For over time, we're already getting more. We're already getting 231 a turn for the next 10 turns. So we're basically getting 2,300, 2,400 over the next 10 turns versus just a flat payout of just shy of 900. So we're getting more money for making him pay us over time. Now, here's the thing you have to keep in mind. The AI needs their money too. If they don't have enough money to supply their own army, they eventually get overrun, or they have a hard time building up a stronger army in order to fight. So you have to think about it. This is still strategy, okay? You can't just take everybody's money and get upset when something doesn't go right. Because if, like, oh, you're supposed to be protecting my southern border, well, maybe you should have just took all this money. So that kept him from getting a stronger army, which made him lose more fights, which eventually caused him to get taken over or wiped out. And then your southern border or your west border or your north border gets destroyed. Pretty simple. So we could take more money from him per turn. But I'm thinking we're just going to take the flat payment because I'm not hurting for money right now. And call it on that. That way, he still has money to play with over the next few turns, so he's able to build a stronger army.
Agreeable terms.
Sweet. All right, non-aggression pack. He's only a 1.2, and he still has maybe 1 or 2 more turns before he's going to be up a little higher. So I'm not going to do it yet because we won't be able to get a lot out of him for now. We're not going to do military access. We don't need peace. Okay. Our units need time to replenish, so we're not going to attack or move right now. So we have 2 options here. We're coming up to the end, so I want to wrap this up. We have 2 options here. Option A is we can ignore the Yellow Turbans progression, because with the new way they did the map with this mission, he's going to push south and go after Kunrong. And eventually he'll take out Kunrong and then take over all the southern territory. And yeah, we can push south and stop him from doing that. Or we can push north and hope that us going for the Dong capital, which is up here, he will turn around and come for us up north. I don't know. He might not. We have to pray that he does. So it looks like he has his... Yeah, he doesn't have any of his sons with him. He's got his generals with him. All right. Okay. So I think what we're going to do from here, we don't have anything. We're going to end the turn here. We're going to save it, and I'm going to call it for this one, guys. So let's end the turn here. There's nothing else for us to do. Let's see what happens. Go from there.
Battle is not always
Okay.
the answer.
So Tiao Quan wants military access, but he's only willing to pay us 45. He's only at 25 out of 46. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to wait until that's up a little higher before I'm willing to do that, because then we can get a little bit more money for this when it's more needed. He's just trying to get it out of the way early, because that's what the AI will do. We're going to reject.
We withdraw it then.
That's going to hurt us a little bit in his favor, but not enough to not make it still go up. I think that's all that happened during that turn. Okay. All right. Guys, I'm going to end it here. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you liked the video so far, or if you have any suggestions or comments or opinions, good or bad, I don't care. Leave them down below. Make sure you guys like the video. Don't forget to follow and subscribe, all that fun stuff. It does help me a lot. I'm very new. I can use all the help I can get, especially in just hitting that follow button and hitting that like button, just to help support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. It's free. It costs you nothing but a little bit of finger strength and a little bit of your time. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you guys go there and take care. Have a good one, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.